Hello everyone, welcome to how to solve this very nice algebra equation a squared b plus ab squared divided by a squared plus b squared plus 1 equal to 1. Our job is to find all possible values of a and b such that a and b are integers. So let's start. If we multiply both sides of this equation by this denominator, then this implies that a squared b plus a times b squared equal to a squared plus b squared plus 1. Move these two terms to the left hand side, then this will become a squared b. This a squared will become negative a squared at left hand side plus a times b squared. This b squared will become negative b squared at left hand side equal to, at right hand side we are left with this 1. Now from these two terms a squared b minus a squared, we can factor out a squared in bracket left b minus 1. And from these two terms ab squared minus b squared, we can factor out plus b squared in bracket left a minus 1 equal to 1. Now we suppose that let a minus 1 equal to x and b minus 1 equal to y. If we move this negative 1 to the right hand side, then this implies that a is equal to x plus 1. And from this equation, if we move this negative 1 to the right hand side, then this implies that b is equal to y plus 1. So in this equation we replace this a with this x plus 1 and this b minus 1 with this y, and this b with this value y plus 1, and we replace this a minus 1 with this x. So this equation will become x plus 1 whole squared times y plus y plus 1 whole squared times x equal to 1. By using this algebraic identity, a plus b whole squared is equal to a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. This x plus 1 whole squared will become x squared plus 2 times x plus 1 times y plus this y plus 1 whole squared will become y squared plus 2 times y plus 1 times x equal to 1. Now distribute this y, this will become x squared y, and 2x times y plus 2xy plus 1 time y plus this y squared times x will become xy squared, and 2y times x plus 2xy, and 1 time x plus x equal to 1. Now we combine these two terms x squared y and xy squared, and we combine these two terms 2xy plus 2xy, and we combine these two terms x and plus y. So this will become x squared y plus xy squared. This 2xy plus 2xy will become plus 4 times xy plus x plus y equal to 1. Now from these three terms, x squared y plus xy squared and plus 4xy, we can factor out x times y. So x times y as common factor, in bracket left x plus y plus 4. Since in bracket we have x plus y plus 4, so to make this x plus y same as this x plus y plus 4, we add 4 to both sides. Then this will become plus x plus y plus 4 equal to 1, and we also add 4 to the right hand side. Now we can use parentheses to make this a group, and from this expression at the left hand side we can factor out this x plus y plus 4. So x plus y plus 4 as common factor, and in bracket left x y plus 1 equal to this 1 plus 4 will become 5. Now because a and b are integers, which also means that x and y are also integers, and we have two factors at the left hand side, so this 5 at the right hand side can be factorized as 5 times 1, or 1 times 5, or negative 5 times negative 1, or negative 1 times negative 5. It means we have 4 cases. This is case 1, this is case 2, this is case 3, and this is case 4. First we solve this case number 1, 5 times 1. In case number 1, we write this expression x plus y plus 4 times x times y plus 1 equal to 5 times 1. So this x plus y plus 4, x plus y plus 4 will be equal to this 5, and this xy plus 1, x y plus 1 will be equal to this 1. From this equation, if we subtract 4 from both sides, this cancelled out, and we get the value of x plus y equal to 1. And from this equation, if we subtract 1 from both sides, this cancelled out, and we get the value of x times y equal to 0. And from here, either x is equal to 0 or y is equal to 0. And from this equation, when x is 0, then y will be equal to 1. And when y is 0, then from this equation we notice that x will be equal to 1. From this case we get value of x 0 and y 1, and when y is 0, then x is 1. So for x and y we get two pairs, x comma y equal to, the first pair is 0 comma 1, and the second pair is 1 comma 0. Now we solve this second case 1 times 5. This is case number 1, and in the second case, in case number 2, we write these factors x plus y plus 4 times x times y plus 1 equal to this 1 times 5. It means that x plus y plus 4 equal to 1, and x times y plus 1 equal to 5. If we subtract 4 from both sides, this implies that x plus y equal to negative 3, and if we subtract 1 from both sides, this implies that x times y equal to 4. From this equation, move this x to the right hand side. This implies that y is equal to negative 3 minus x. So in this equation, we replace this y with this negative 3 minus x. Then this will become x times negative 3 minus x equal to 4. Distribute x times negative 3x, and x times negative x squared equal to 4. Move these two terms to the right hand side. This will become x squared plus 3 times x plus 4 equal to 0. Now for x to be an integer, the discriminant of this quadratic equation must be a perfect square. So we see that the discriminant, that is also called delta, is equal to b squared minus 4ac. Since b is 3, so this will become 3 squared, means 9, minus 4 times 1 times 4 is 16, and 9 minus 16 is negative 7, and this negative 7 is less than 0, means that no real solutions can be found from this case. Now we solve case number 3. In case 3, we have negative 5 times negative 1. So in case number 3, we write these factors: x plus y plus 4 times x times y plus 1 equal to negative 5 times negative 1. So this x plus y plus 4, x plus y plus 4 will be equal to negative 5, and this x times y plus 1 will be equal to negative 1. If we subtract 4 from both sides, this implies that x plus y equal to negative 9, and if we subtract 1 from both sides, this implies that x times y equal to negative 2. If we move this x to the right hand side, this implies that y is equal to negative 9 minus x. In this equation, we replace this y with this negative 9 minus x. This will become x times negative 9 minus x equal to negative 2. Distribute x times negative 9x, and x times negative x squared equal to negative 2. Move these two terms to the right hand side. This will become x squared plus 9 times x minus 2 equal to 0. Now for x to be an integer, the discriminant of this equation must be a perfect square. So let's see. The discriminant, that is also called delta, is equal to b squared minus 4ac. b is 9, so this will become 9 squared, means 81, and negative 4 times 1 times negative 2 plus 8. So the discriminant is 89, which is not a perfect square. Discriminant is not a perfect square, which means that no integer solutions can be found from this case. So now we move on to case number 4. In case 4, we have negative 1 times negative 5. In case number 4, we write the expression x plus y plus 4 times x times y plus 1 equal to negative 1 times negative 5. So this x plus y plus 4 will be equal to negative 1, and this x times y plus 1 will be equal to negative 5. If we subtract 4 from both sides, this implies that x plus y equal to negative 5, From this equation, if we subtract 1 from both sides, this implies that y is equal to negative 6. Move this x to the right hand side. This implies that y is equal to negative 5 minus x. Replace this y with this negative 5 minus x. This will become x times negative 5 minus x equal to negative 6. Distribute this x times negative 5 x and x times negative x squared equal to negative 6. Move these two terms to the right hand side. This will become x squared plus 5 times x minus 6 equal to 0. Now this quadratic equation is factorable. We write this x squared. And we break this 5x into two terms, plus 6 times x minus 6 equal to 0. From these two terms we can factor out x in bracket left, x plus 6. From these two terms we can factor out negative 1 in bracket left, x plus 6 equal to 0. Now this x plus 6 is common, so we factor out this x plus 6. And in bracket left, x minus 1 equal to 0. Either x plus 6 equal to 0 or x minus 1 equal to 0. From this equation we get the value of x equal to negative 6, and from this equation we get the value of x equal to 1. And when x is negative 6, then y will be equal to negative 5 plus 6 and y will be equal to 1. When x is negative 6, then y will be 1. And when x is 1, then y will be equal to negative 5 minus 1 and y will be equal to negative 6. Means that when x is 1, then y will be negative 6. From here we get other two pairs, x comma y is equal to negative 6 comma 1 and 1 comma negative 6. And first we found the pairs. First we found that x comma y equal to 0 comma 1 and 1 comma 0. And we have supposed that a is equal to x plus 1 and b is equal to y plus 1. First we found that x comma y is equal to 0 comma 1 and 1 comma 0. And we have supposed that a is equal to x plus 1 and b is equal to y plus 1. So from these pairs we get a comma b is equal to, from this pair we get 0 plus 1 is 1 comma 1 plus 1 is 2, and from this pair we get 1 plus 1 is 2 comma 0 plus 1 is 1, and from this pair we get negative 6 plus 1 is negative 5 comma 1 plus 1 is 2, and from this pair we get 1 plus 1 is 2 and negative 6 plus 1 negative 5. This is the final answer of this problem.